Hey there, I'm Bill Hader, and welcome back to TCM's Friday Night Spotlight on road movies. The stories we've seen so far tonight have been about fate or bad luck changing the lives of the characters out there on the open road. But in our next movie, luck's got nothing to do with it. The movie's called Gun Crazy from 1950. Peggy Cummins plays a carnival sharpshooter named Annie Laurie, who meets a gun nut named Bart, played by John Dahl. The two of them share a fixation on firearms. It's not called Gun Crazy for nothing. Pretty soon, though, they put their trigger-happy talents to good use by hitting the road and robbing liquor stores, banks, and other cash hotspots along the way. This movie is basically a love story, but out there on the open road, it turns into a doomed romance. Much like Detour earlier tonight, Gun Crazy was made within the confines of a B budget. The low budget forced the film's director, Joseph H. Lewis, to be creative in putting the story up on the screen. The film's lack of production values actually adds to its impact and realism. What really stands out is a bank heist sequence shot in one continuous take, from the approach to the bank to the stick-up and then the getaway. This was years before Orson Welles, Brian De Palma, Martin Scorsese, and others used long traveling takes in their own films. So here it is from 1950, starring John Dahl and Peggy Cummins, Gun Crazy. One of the bit players in Gun Crazy was a guy named Dale Van Sickle. He played a guard at the meatpacking plant that gets robbed. Van Sickle was also behind the wheel in the well-executed car chases. He was the very first president of the Stuntmen's Association of Motion Pictures. He put the pedal to the metal in scores of movies, including the 1971 film Duel, which we'll see later this month. But coming up next, Lovers on the Lam continue to move on down the road in Terrence Malick's feature film debut.
Josh Homme has an amazing new documentary out that you can see on
Criterion. It's streaming
the
on Criterion
channel.
Yeah,
my favorite fucking channel.
Yes, so good.
Which I didn't know was here in New York.
I just was over in their closet.
Dude, how smart are all the people over there?
Oh, it was really calm. It was like being inside of an NPR microphone.
I got a good movie before we wrap this up. I saw they had this film noir thing. There's a movie from 1950 called Gun Crazy. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde type of...
I love that title.
Bonnie and Clyde type of story. And it's a bunch of no-name actors, but they're phenomenal. But the camera shots in it. It looks like of that era, and then all of a sudden the camera chase happens. Noir, yeah. And they're in the car, and you go 20 years into the future in cinema, like, who the fuck came up with this?
Yeah.
Like shit, like filming above and in the car.
That would have been a nightmare then.
Yeah, like
filming
how did you do
above
it?
It's a nightmare back then.
Oh, yeah.
Now that everyone's got a drone shot.
They probably hoisted some guy up by his nuts holding the thing. No OSHA, none of that stuff.